And welcome to the Lavarius Horror News Channel. Yes, this is my news channel. Okay. Today, I will be reporting on the geography of the Columbia Plateau, as well as the climate and weather, also the business industry, also the recreation. Okay, this is going to be a long one. Geography. As they say. Let's get right into it. Okay. Wait, give me a second. Wait. Okay. The Columbia Plateau is a vast, arid, volcanic region in the Pacific U.S., like Northwest. Primarily categorized by a massive basalt lava plain formed around 14 to 17 million years ago. A long time. It is defined by deep, winding river canyons and the Columbia Snake Rivers, and carved by ancient ice floods. The geography, on the other hand, of the Columbia Plateau is shown by arid volcanic plains, deep river canyons, and limited water. I don't know how to say that word. Limited water. Concentrates population along major waterways like the Columbia and Snake Rivers. In the United States, around 80 to 86% of people live in urban or suburban areas. However, within specific geographic regions of the Columbia Plateau, development is primarily rural, characterized by vast agricultural lands and a few major cities like Tri-Cities, Yakima, and Wenatchee. We'll get into some fun facts in a sec, but first, Spokane, Washington is generally considered the largest city located within the borders of the Columbia Plateau. Along the Spokane River, near the border of Idaho. Geography of the Columbia Plateau dictates a largely agricultural economy based on dryland, wheat, potatoes, and orchard, supported by irrigation from the Columbia River and Snake Rivers. The Columbia Plateau is a vast 100,000 square mile volcanic plain in Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, formed 6 to 17 million years ago by a massive repeated basaltic lava fluids. Climate and weather. The Columbia Plateau is cold, very cloudy as well. You'll experience a mix of rain and snow depending on the day, with the temperatures frequently throughout mid-20s and high 30s, Fahrenheit specifically. But it's generally cold. Not consistently high heat. The largest city of the Columbia Plateau, Spokane, Washington. The coldest month is December, obviously, basically everywhere. Average high of about 36 Fahrenheit and low of about 27 Fahrenheit. The warmest month, on the other hand, is July. Did not expect that. I thought it was going to be like March or something. With the high of 86 Fahrenheit and low of 58 Fahrenheit. It's crazy. In Marysville, though, fall in Marysville specifically, it transitions from warm to dry and sunny in September to cool and damp, overcast by November. Early fall sees pleasant temperatures in the mid 60s to 70s, while fall cools to the mid or high 40 to 50s with significant rain, and it's a mix of sunny and warm days and increasingly cloudy, rainy, or windy, cool weather. Fall in the Marysville, Seattle area is a distinct transition period, shifting from lingering summer warmth in September to a cool, damp, and overcast winter-like pattern by November. It is frequently described as having over 300 days of sunshine. Summer weather in the Columbia Plateau is it's distinctly hot, dry, and sunny, characterized by a daily high of 90s. Business and industry. The biggest industry in the Columbia Plateau is the agricultural industry. Not shocking. Seasons and weather are primary drivers of the agricultural industry in the Columbia Plateau, dictating the success of both dryland and irrigated farming through winter moisture accumulation, spring growth, and summer heat. The region's reliance on seasonal rain, feed agriculture, and snowpack-fed irrigation makes it highly susceptible to climate variable with tends toward warmer, drier, and more unpredictable weather, according to reports from the Columbia Plateau, covering parts of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, is primarily known for agriculture and major unique business, including Lamb Weston frozen potatoes / fries, Full Sail Brewing in Hood Rivers, and unarmed aerial systems / drones. The region is a global center for dryland wheat, potatoes, and wine. Agriculture is the primary industry of the Columbia Plateau, serving as the center for the economic things in the region. The region is east of the Cascade Mountains, the area renowned for irrigated agriculture and dryland farming, producing wheat, potatoes, apples, cherries, grapes, and hops. Food processing, manufacturing, and data centers are growing. Recreation. Let's get right into it. Alright. Fun on the Columbia Plateau centers on the dramatic landscape of the Columbia River, Georgian High Desert, featuring world-class windsurfing, kiteboarding, fishing for salmon, and steelhead hiking to scenic waterfalls and exploring vineyards. Unique activities include visiting Hell's Canyon, touring massive dams, and riding up to 23-mile-tall Columbia Plateau skate park trails. Yes. Another one is the best time for outdoor hobbies in the Columbia Plateau is spring, specifically April to June, for wildflowers and comfortable temperatures, or early fall, September to October, for pleasant weather and fewer crowd. Key areas include Columbia River, George Cherry, and the surrounding arid lands for hiking, with summer being too hot for some activities. Remember that one, okay? Very, very hot in there. Yeah. The biggest tourist attraction in the Columbia Plateau region is the Columbia River, as they may say, featuring iconic falls, which attract over 2 million annual visitors. Visitors can hike to the 620-foot waterfall, view it from the historic Benson Bridge, visit the Vista House at Crown Point for promenadic views, and explore the Hood River Fruit Loop for the best time, and visit during spring for maximum water flow or smaller crowds. Some other things that you could experience there are the Cooley Dam Laser Light Show. You can do it throughout the entire months of August and September. It's free, and it's 30 minutes of light displayed at once in a massive dam. Yes, very cool. Another thing is wine tasting, specifically in the Columbia Valley. October is the ideal time. It's like known for its world-class wines, so you got to, And then the final thing that I will be saying for this entire presentation is windsurfing and kiteboarding in the George. You should do it during warm, windy summer months. The river is world-renowned destination for wind sports due to consistently strong winds. I'm giving shout-outs today. Shout-outs are to Miss Danzo's class, 2nd period advanced at Totem Middle School, Marysville, WA. My final thing, though, is a pun. The Columbia Plateau is a very hot spot.